Welcome back to another Culz Top 10. I'm your host, Sam from Weekly Abductions. So since Dominion is going to be coming out here soon, we figured we'd bring you a top 10 list of our favorite designs from the Jurassic Park movies themselves. This will not be based off of scientific accuracy or off of the designs from my favorite game, Ark, which me and Keegan will probably go through and probably look at them and have our own opinions from it. But that will be for a later video. Given before I started this list, I had a total of like 16 that I rated 10. So before we start, I think all of these dinosaurs are like really good. So they would all be in my number one slot if I could do it that way, but I kind of have to make a list of separate ones. Let's jump right to it. Alright, so we'll start with number 10. Number 10 is from Jurassic World, and it's the Velociraptor Blue. I chose blue for top 10 because it kind of brings that whole like thing to it where Chris Pratt was like trying to tame the raptors and work with them, and based off of one of my favorite games, Ark, like that's kind of a concept to it. Chris Pratt didn't really ride blue, but it's still a fun concept, and I do definitely enjoy that, so that's why that one's at number 10. So number 9 is going to be the Jurassic Park 3 Ceratosaurus. You don't really see this one very much. Its whole part in that movie was kind of funny because Alan and the Kirbys were just digging around a giant pile of dinosaur dung to find a cell phone that was ringing, and you just see it off in the distance, and I always wonder if it's just like, what are these people doing digging around in poop, or if it's just like, yeah, I'm not gonna eat them no more. I always thought it was cool, and like that dinosaur had like a really vibrant color to it, and it was pretty cool. So number 8 is gonna be the buck T-Rex from Lost World. I didn't know this up until now, but the difference between the bow and the duck were brown and green, which in the movies you honestly can't see or tell at all, because most of the time it's at nighttime, and even when they reunite in the daytime, back when they bring the baby back to that place, you really can't see the difference in colors, or at least I don't remember the difference. But I thought they could just be put together, but since I had to separate them, I went with the buck, which is the greener one. Number 7 was the Spino from Jurassic Park 3. I chose the Spino for number 7 because, one, I really enjoy Spinos, especially, and again, the game Ark. They have Spinos in there. The Spino is a really cool dinosaur. Well, the scene with it and the T-Rex was definitely pretty good and fascinating. And the fact that it can kind of swim. I mean, it could swim, but it's not like an aquatic animal, but it does have more aquatic capabilities than some other dinosaurs. So number 6, I chose the Mosasaur from Jurassic World. I know it's not a dinosaur, but it is still part of the franchise, and they kind of showcase it as such. It's definitely a really good aquatic. It's a pretty intense aquatic lizard, essentially. Again, I know I keep saying Ark, but Ark definitely has them in there, and you could build bases on top of them, which is really cool. So for number 5, I chose the Indoraptor. My reason for the Indoraptor is just because, I don't know, in Jurassic World, I know it's not an actual thing, obviously. Jurassic Park was messing with DNA, and I mean, if I was in their shoes, I probably would too, so I would probably create some menacing raptors and other creatures, and it's really fascinating, like, just like what you can do when you like kind of inadvertently mess with DNA. I mean, we see that nowadays with some dog breeds and cat breeds, us playing with DNA, and they definitely have lots of health issues, but you know, it's nothing to mess with, but it is still kind of interesting. Brings us to number 4. Number 4, I chose the Indominus Rex. You probably saw that one coming. Again, it's another like DNA mutation that has stealth involved with it, which is absolutely terrifying. Like, that would not be a fun kind of creature to come across in a world where we recreate dinosaurs. It's definitely a really brutal dinosaur. It doesn't kill for food, it just killed for fun. So it was just it's like a killer whale of the dinosaur world. So number 3 is going to probably be the female raptor from Jurassic Park 3. I really like the design of this one and like the color patterns of them. I like that. I did like all the other raptors. Like I said, I gave everybody a 10. I just had to pick a top 10 of my 10s. So number 2 is going to be the male from Jurassic Park 3, Velociraptor. Kind of the same as the third one. The designs were really cool. How they interacted with each other was cool. And like the whole parental vibes from them. Number 1 on this top 10 list was the Parasaurolophus from Jurassic Park 1. No, I'm kidding. The Parasaurolophus from Jurassic Park 1 that you could only see at the watering pool way off in the distance if you were really looking for it. No, I'm kidding. It's the T-Rex from the Jurassic Park, the original T-Rex. I chose the original T-Rex because the animatronics made it just look and feel very terrifying, very menacing. The design of it was really cool. They kind of made that design in the Ark game, so they based that T-Rex kind of off of the original Jurassic Park T-Rex. Obviously because of the fantastic scene of the gentleman running to the potties because he was scared, and then the T-Rex ending up eating him off of those toilets. It's definitely a really good one, that whole one. Super nice. So that concludes my top 10 list of Jurassic Park dinosaurs by design. Like I said in the beginning, I had like probably 16 or more that I ranked 10, so I had to bring it down to 10 of them, and then I had to kind of put them in order. I think a lot of them were really well designed. They've done a really good job on them. I mean, some of them are CGI'd, and you can kind of tell the difference, but they tried. You gotta give them A for effort. If you want to see more top 10 lists, click the link up over here. If you want to see more of Culz Paranormal, click the link over here. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Turn your notification bell from personalized to all if you'd like to be notified on all of our upcoming videos. And let me know down in the comments below, what do you think about genetically modifying things?